Today, let's talk about GTA 6. Because, well, over the weekend, there was an interview with one of Rockstar Games' co-founders. And in that interview, he said some very interesting stuff about GTA 6 and actually about Rockstar themselves. With, of course, the biggest piece, like the title says, he thinks GTA 6 will be less edgy. So why does he think that? Where is this all coming from? Let's go ahead and take a look. So the Rockstar Games co-founder in question here, the one that's being interviewed, is Jamie King. And Jamie King is, like the article says here, one of the 4 founding members of Rockstar Games, alongside Sam Houser, Dan Houser, and Terry Donovan. Now, these people who were the people who made GTA what it was, well, a lot of them aren't there anymore. Dan Houser left, Terry Donovan left. The guy we're even talking about, Jamie King, he left Rockstar a couple years ago. The only one of the original members still at Rockstar is Sam Houser, I believe. But despite these people leaving over the years, all of the GTA titles have had a similar tone. Well, as we'll find out, Jamie King here thinks that tone is gonna get changed. So this is what he said. He goes, "I think the tone of the content," he began before rethinking that the same engine is in place and the team has perfected the system to where it is now. He thinks that the gameplay mechanics will remain intact and Rockstar will build from what they have. He says the tone is another story completely. I wouldn't be surprised if the tone starts changing and if it's maybe not quite as edgy or quite as funny. I just think there's maybe more opportunity for them to do something cheesy, because they never do. Maybe not. There's a beautiful machine there that you'd have to try real hard to F up. And he actually went on to say that GTA 5 and GTA Online's success reaffirms that the company will be fine, but culturally, there could be a major difference going forward. The article then says, only time will tell for sure, of course, but considering there was some major censorship with the GTA trilogy, for example, the Confederate flags being removed, it is possible that King is on to something. Now, you may be wondering what a guy who hasn't worked at Rockstar in years, what he has to do with all this, but the points he makes are valid. And I think if anyone were to say that GTA is getting changed up, it would be one of the co-founders, one of the guys who basically created the game. I'm assuming what he's talking about is like all the satire and all the controversial things Rockstar known for in GTA games. I think we're going to be seeing a lot less of those simply because, well, the internet. I mean, social media. Social media wasn't as big of a thing when GTA 5 came out and all the controversies and even the other older GTA titles. No one really cared because there wasn't like that big of a presence. But nowadays, you do the wrong thing in a game and then the entirety of the internet hates you. And the fact that all of the original members or most of the original members of the GTA titles have left, there's no one from that original team to sort of say, all right, this is what we have to do to make it a GTA game. And also the fact that Take-Two and Rockstar at this point, they just want all the money in the world. They're going to do everything in their power to make that happen, which probably means them catering to a more general audience and being more safe with their game. I mean, think about some of the stuff just with GTA 5. GTA 5 kind of made fun of Facebook, but then now they're working with Facebook to make GTA San Andreas in VR. In the game, Michael criticizes outsourcing.
I see it, and hey, I'm no intelligent businessman like you, but the way I see it, there's 2 great evils that bedevil American capitalism of the type that you practice. Number 1 is outsourcing. You paid a private company to do your dirty work for you, and then you underpaid that company because you thought you were big enough and bad enough that you didn't have to play by the rules.
But what did they just do with GTA Trilogy? They outsourced it. Those are just some tiny examples, but the case remains, it's like a lot of the stuff Rockstar used to make fun of, they're now becoming that. And that might end up bleeding into GTA 6, I guess, is basically what Jamie King was trying to say. He said the gameplay itself will be great because, look, they already have that down. You don't really mess up the gameplay. But the story and the messaging and the tones and the jokes and all that stuff, he is saying, well, they might not be what you're expecting. And hopefully that's not the case, because that would be so unfortunate. I think we all want just GTA 6 to be the best version of GTA possible. But will that happen? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I just thought this was an interesting point. Again, made by one of the co-founders of Rockstar. If anyone were to know what's going on and what would be bad and what would be good, you would think it'd be one of the guys who originally created the game. So that's why I felt like this would be an interesting discussion to be had. But of course, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. All the links to everything will be in the description if you want to take a look at it yourself. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.